Hey guys, welcome back to the Matt Newton Football Show. I'm your host, Matt, and we're here to talk about Mike McDaniel's personnel package problems part 2. So in the first video, I discussed why Mike McDaniel's personnel packages could be a problem for the Dolphins offense. Sometimes he puts personnel groups on the field at the skill positions that doesn't really threaten the defense. And I'd like to see Mike McDaniel be a little bit more consistent in 2024 in making sure that some of his best players are always out on the field. Now, the good thing is the Dolphins signed more playmakers this offseason, so they were able to get Jonnu Smith, Odell Beckham Jr., and Jaylen Wright to add to their already talented skill position groups. Last season, even when they were healthy and they had players available to them, they didn't always make sure that they had a guy on offense that can really strike fear in the defense. So the first video that I made on the subject, I meant to incorporate a second video as an example of how it affects the Dolphins offense. But the video was running kind of long and I decided to break it up into two different videos. So let's dig into the second video that I want to discuss regarding the Dolphins' personnel moves on offense. I want to take a look at a play from the Dolphins versus the Ravens in Week 17 of the 2023 season. And this drive took place right before the half. The Dolphins were down, and as the clock was ticking down to the 2-minute warning, the Dolphins were trying to get another play off. And part of the problem the Dolphins had was that the personnel grouping on the field didn't cause the defense to spread out, so Tua would have room to throw underneath. Now, the first thing we want to do is take a look at the personnel on the field. Going from left to right, here at the bottom is Cedric Wilson Jr. Jeff Wilson Jr. is alongside Tua, Durham Smythe, River Craycraft, and Braxton Berrios here in the slot. So this is the personnel package that Mike McDaniel had on the field for the 2-minute drill. And I like to think that all the Dolphins players are formidable and they can contribute. But we all know that there's some players who are better than others, so those guys deserve to be on the field at critical junctures of the game. So let's just take a look at this play and see how this play resulted in an interception. Tua throws the ball, it's intercepted, and it's returned for a significant gain. Now, Tua is trying to get the ball here to Cedric Wilson at the bottom of the screen. And he's going to try to fit it in the first window that opens up when he runs the skinny post right in front of the cornerback. That's his goal. But in order to do that, the Dolphins need to create a natural window in this space for Tua to get the ball into. So as the play begins, you're going to just watch it in slow motion. Tua drops back and he plants his foot. And usually when Tua plants his foot, he usually wants to get rid of the ball right away. Now, as we continue to go forward, you'll see that there are two defenders in the passing window right when Tua wants to throw the ball. And it causes him to double clutch it a bit because he can't fit the ball into the first window that he wants. Now, some of this is the play design, right? Jeff Wilson is actually running a route so that he can draw these two defenders up and then open up the second window over here. But because the first window was closed, it allowed the middle linebacker, Roquan Smith, to jump the route and get a beat on the ball. So Roquan Smith is keeping an eye on this part of the field because he expects this group to require more help. He knows on this side they have 3 defenders for 2 receivers, and over here they only have 3 defenders for 3 receivers. Now, Tua pump fakes the ball right here. He takes a hitch in his throwing motion because the first window is closed, and now he's trying to fit it into the second window. Now, when you pump fake in the NFL, it normally draws defenders into that direction. And while Tua wasn't trying to pump fake per se, he really just double clutched the pass because the first window wasn't open. It caused Roquan Smith to move in this direction. And by moving in this direction, he's able to get into the second passing window and intercept the ball. As a matter of fact, he intercepted the ball with one hand. That's a pretty impressive feat by Roquan. So let's go back to the play again. Now, the Ravens can afford to play defense like this because there's no Tyreek Hill on the field, right? There's no Jaylen Waddle. There's no one here to push these defenders back because these guys just aren't very fast. And Cedric Wilson, he's a capable receiver for sure, but, he's not Tyreek Hill or Jaylen Waddle. So these defenders can actually stay closer to Cedric Wilson because this isn't Tyreek Hill. And this is why Tyreek Hill is so important to this offense. Tyreek Hill gets the kind of cushion that makes these windows a lot bigger than they are for other players. Now, what's problematic is that he doesn't have this help of the supporting cast on the field to allow him to fit the ball into windows that he's accustomed to. So the personnel that you have on the field is certainly a contributing factor to how the defense plays you. Mike McDaniel has to do a better job of making sure that his top guys are in the game and they can be impactful, especially at critical points in the game. And that's the only thing I'm asking them to do. Just make sure that your guys are rested, your guys get breaks. You know, when Tyreek Hill needs a break, then Jaylen Waddle should be on the field. If Jaylen Waddle needs a break, Tyreek Hill should be on the field, and so on and so forth. If Waddle and Hill are both unavailable in a particular play, make sure Devon Achane is in the game, and then maybe OBJ. You know, any combination of 2 or maybe 3 of those guys on the field can help this offense and allow them to continue to be productive. That's my position on the subject. And, you know, if Mike McDaniel is watching, I hope he takes note that, you know, you really have to get guys in on the field who can constantly threaten the defense. And when you do that, it spreads the defense out. It helps the running game. And most importantly, it helps your quarterback and giving him nice big windows for him to get the ball to his skilled players. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. And if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button to get the latest content from the Matt Newton Football Show. Also, leave a comment and let me know what you guys think the Dolphins can do to improve their personnel on a play-by-play basis to make sure that they have the best players as possible on the field at all times. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.